Her head swam and her eyes blurred as she read and reread the entry. Automatically turning more pages, she was unable to believe what she saw. Betty Wood, 4 p.m. And on the next page, Hayley Mills, 1 p.m. Holding onto the table for support, she thought she was going to faint. Diary still in her hand, she poured a large glass of dry sherry and flopped into her chair. Her pallor was slowly turning into a high flush as her shaking hands reopened the book, reading the entries in a daze over and over again. My God, it's another woman, several other women. Anger was taking over from shock and disbelief. No wonder he never wants to go anywhere these days. How could he? The warming liquid soothed her shattered nerves and the anger was rising. She planned to greet him with her accusations as soon as he entered the room, so as to catch him off guard. A great wave of trembling overtook her, and she heard a familiar click of the front door. She was rooted to the spot, halfway between the chair and the door. Instead of the sound of the key in the door lock, a shrill ring of the doorbell spurred her into action. With a quick glance at the hall mirror, Nina gave herself a little shake before answering the door. "Oh, Richard! Hello!" A beaming face greeted her. "I just popped up to ask you..." He gave a gasp for breath, obviously after running up the hill. Before continuing, he noticed the stressed state of the woman. "Nina, are you all right? You look like you've seen a ghost." Without answering, she stepped back for him to pass her. All her strong plans abandoned, she burst into tears and torrents of strumbling words. He calmly settled her in a chair and advised her to stay there, while he made a strong cup of tea. "Then tell me all about it." The cup rattled in the saucer as he sat back on his haunches. "I've had such a shock, Richard. You work with David, don't you? Well, how well do you think you know him?" "Well, so did I." And then she poured out her terrible story. His reaction was not the one she expected. He fell back into a sitting position in front of her, and with roaring laughter, "You great silly woman! You ninny, Nina! You surely didn't think that he was..." I couldn't go any further. He was grinning from ear to ear. She tossed the diary to the floor and said, "Explain that and see if that makes you laugh." He doubtfully turned the pages, and with each page his mirth increased. "Nina, they're all places. They're sidings and gatehouses." "Betty Wood," she stormed. "Yes, Betty Wood, Joan Croft, Hayley Mills. They're all on my worksheet as well. Come on, put a bit of lippy on. I'm going to take you down to the Fox and Hounds. That's what I came for. Bob Finchley's there, and his wife's been asking to see you." He brushed a damp wisp of hair from her forehead, and not a word, eh? I did actually